the person starts talking at their background, at their backs, and I started to see that, and I started to think as well. So should I then interfere and tell them, well, or personally, in one-on-one conversation, hey, it is not good what you're doing? Then I'll say, well, people don't want to hear what they need to do. People want to have happy moments or just feel fine. So then the mechanics started to be quite different, because it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. And then I came into the process of reframing on how to convey this information, this space type of information, right? Thus, correct. Thus, action. I acquired this information as well via YouTube. So I spent long hours watching a guy which was born in Canada, and I'm living in Colombia, Bogota. Totally different background, economical terms, cultural terms, food, relationships, housing, buildings, structure of the city. It's quite different. And this person said, a group, a solid stone of things that really had meaning within me. And I started applying them and asking myself the questions that he was asking himself. And he had seminars going on back in Canada, or as well in the US, where people of this type of age, let's say 20 to up to 40, but mainly were about within 25 to 35, was that set of young men, growing up adults, who were attending to those seminars. And I also had some experiences going to seminars here, which challenged a little bit perceptions. Now, these perceptions now have begun to quite irritate me because of the interests they show. I understand you want to get something, and this power of language that then I learned to perceive is used all over the way. And the meaning of it as an important topic for me and as part of my essence, which I learned from a person who lives on the UK. The meaning of it then was quite distrustful. I then said, wait, it is a task that you have to do for yourself. And I learned to listen, to open a space for me to not be in the correct position, of course. I might be wrong, and I will be happy to accept that. And that's why I like that. Well, the history will continue. And I'll say that around 35% of people in this city speak English. They talk about principles, some lights that are fixed and that show the right way to go. Then on television, I saw, well, I am not that smart to be so clever. I found that television had extreme, saying that word, extreme influence on a certain percentage, a part of population, and they were doing the opposite, totally the opposite of what Stephen Covey said on that book. And I said, well, these people seem smart, good looking, you see, with shirts, suits, ties, shiny jewelry on women, this type of things. And they were talking about contradictions based on what this American person said on that book. And I said, well, so this is not as easy as it seems. It is something big, or might be something not applicable. And well, I used this information and I felt really good. And people started to notice something deep. I will use that word instead of good. So these words, good, fine, cool, no. Let's use something more concrete. Deep, profound, clear. So then I learned that as I say these words, I am giving this essence to you. Boom. It's like I give you some type of salt or sugar within my words, so you get the feeling of the content they have. So, sugary, so you feel sugary. So I say congruent, then you think I'm congruent, but I might not be, or maybe I might be. This type of puzzles that you start to generate as you keep becoming aware of where are you habitating. And of course, as you learn a new language, there is a chain, as I call it, a chain of words of or sounds you need to, or instead of need. So you start making this game of, instead of need, that you glue, you see, that you glue to your brain, so they become part of you. And this video was made with the intention to be only 5 minutes long. But then, you see, it's about to turn 20. I'm going to stop there.